Jaxson Dart, everybody.
Oh, yes.
Hey, the first quarterback to lead their team to an 80-yard touchdown drive or longer on their first drive of their first career start since Patrick Mahomes did it. That's right, Giants fans. You've got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Confident, athletic, slippery, big boy NFL throws. That is an NFL franchise quarterback. Feet, arm, confidence. Once you get that right, Giant fans, such like when you found Eli, gets much easier to build the roster.
But I think Jaxson Dart is definitely a young superstar, man. He's tenacious, he's relentless, man. He loves football.
The New York Giants have found a star that nobody saw coming. Bleacher Report had him as a second rounder. The Athletic had him as a second rounder. Daniel Jeremiah, second rounder. In the end, Jaxson Dart had to wait until pick 25 to hear his name called, only for people to pay more attention to how far Shedeur Sanders was falling, rather than what Dart could bring to New York. Now though, the Giants look like geniuses, as Dart has been a revelation, not just validating his selection in the first round, but making a strong case for being the first overall pick in a redraft. So, let's find out why Jaxson Dart wasn't the first overall pick. All throughout the 2025 draft process, we were hearing about how it was a poor quarterback class. Yet, here we have, in New York, a dazzling dual-threat quarterback who is making magic happen on a weekly basis with a severely banged-up and undermanned roster. To say that Dart is exceeding expectations would be an understatement. He was viewed as a prospect who would need time to develop behind the scenes, as he tried to transition from Ole Miss's simplified offensive scheme. Lane Kiffin is renowned for simplifying things as much as possible for his quarterbacks, greatly limiting the reads, routes, and concepts that they have to get their head around. As an Ole Miss rebel, Dart was running play action on essentially half of his passes, which is significantly more than you would do in the NFL. Then, when you factor in that Kiffin operates a first read offense, focused on one side of the field, you get college tape that is difficult for scouts to project to the pro level. How would this guy perform in a pro-style offense against NFL defenders, when reading the entire field and working through progressions is essential? But this is where scouting becomes difficult. Just because you haven't seen somebody do something, doesn't mean they can't do it. And ever since taking to the field for the Giants, Dart has looked like a pro. He has already shown off some really impressive arm talent. He can deliver balls with touch, with defenders in his face. He can bomb it deep while on the move, and he can slot it into small windows as well. And he absolutely makes the most of his dual threat abilities. Defenders know that he is a threat to pick up big yards with his legs, so as soon as he leaves the pocket, linebackers and corners are drifting upfield to come and get him. But in scenarios like this, Dart has repeatedly shown that he is willing to be patient, keep his eyes downfield, and still find a big completion. That's the sign of a quarterback who is playing well beyond his years. He really has been a big play machine so far, and one of the big reasons behind this is his incredible ability to throw on the move. Whether he is throwing back across his body, launching it deep, or trying to float one over a linebacker, Dart is able to retain such impressive accuracy when throwing on the move. When you factor in that he can hold on to the ball himself and pick up the first down with his legs, this kind of ability puts so much stress on the defense. There are so many plays this year that would have ended in a sack and a dead play with anyone else at quarterback. But Dart just seems to have a knack for making something happen. We saw plenty of this against the Broncos, who just happened to be one of the best defenses in the NFL. On 4th and 19 here, with the game on the line, he drifts up in the pocket and buys just enough time before throwing on the move and sticking the ball right on the numbers to make the unlikely completion. This accuracy has been a theme of his season so far, repeatedly putting the ball exactly where it needs to be, and often being let down by his receivers at the catch point. Giants fans really couldn't ask for much more from their young quarterback. Everyone thought that he would need to sit for a year, but here he is, absolutely showing out after being made the starter much earlier than expected, and delivering some incredible performances. Remember, it's not just bad defenses that he's been repping up. He dropped 34 points on the reigning champion Philadelphia Eagles, before putting 32 on Denver, who can make a strong case for being the best defense in the NFL. Obviously, there are still some areas he needs to improve. He's a rookie after all. Somebody seriously needs to teach him the importance of protecting himself and not taking unnecessary hits when the only benefit is going to be a yard at most. Similarly, he could do with throwing the ball away a bit more often, but all of these can be lived with. Rookie quarterbacks are always going to make mistakes, and the most important thing is that you're seeing the upside. With Jaxson Dart in New York, we are absolutely getting that, and then some, as he is proving he has all the skills necessary to win games and rack up points in the NFL. There is a pretty strong argument to make that Jaxson Dart would go with the first overall pick if there was a redraft today. The concerns about whether his game translates to the NFL have already been answered. They clearly do. And on top of that, he clearly has all the leadership traits that you could ask for. The way that the New York Giants were transformed by him entering the lineup says a lot about Dart and his ability to rally a locker room. They instantly look like a much better team, even if the wins haven't exactly been coming in. But remember, he's doing all of this on a severely depleted roster. A sign of being a truly great quarterback is that you have the ability to elevate the talent around you. This is something that Dart has certainly shown at this stage of his young career, proving a nightmare for defenses with a lackluster group of offensive playmakers. During his time as a starter, he has been throwing to the likes of Dane Bellinger, Theo Johnson, Lil Jordan Humphrey, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Darius Slayton. They have all had their moments, but in terms of being regular and reliable contributors, it's not exactly the most exciting bunch. Although Robinson is enjoying somewhat of a breakout year and looks like he's going to be a useful piece for years to come. Yes, it is frustrating for New York Giants fans to be witnessing so many losses this year, but what matters the most is the performances they are getting out of Jaxson Dart. He is delivering highlight reel plays each and every week and giving Giants fans something to cheer for. They can be incredibly excited about what Dart will be able to do next year when he has Malik Neighbors and Cam Scatterboo back in the lineup, and whoever the New York Giants front office decides to bring in over the offseason to support their young quarterback. When it comes to who would go first overall in a redraft, it is not an easy question to answer. While Cam Ward is suffering through a miserable season in Tennessee, he has also shown incredible flashes at times, albeit not as many as Dart. Ward is clearly a very talented player, as was shown by how he handled himself against a Seattle Seahawks defense that definitely makes a case for being the best in the NFL. If Tennessee can give him a better offensive line and better playmakers, I have a lot of confidence that he is also going to be a great quarterback. But as things stand now, it'd be pretty difficult to pass up on the production that we have already seen from Jaxson Dart. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really enjoyed making this one. Please do drop a like and a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Thanks a lot.